What is going on? We are back with one more night of epic action. It's Chief. I'm joined by kind of Indez, but he kind of disappeared a little bit. He'll be back in a moment. How is everybody doing tonight? It's gonna be hype. There he is. What's good? Nope, and he's gone. But it's okay.
Casper the Ghost.
But he still speaks.
It's probably internet. Yeah, I'll just be on the wall somewhere in the background, haunting you.
That's okay, brother. That is okay. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. Welcome, Indez. How is your day going? You've been a busy bird today.
Yeah, I had a stream this morning and then just got off the back of a Spaces that I was doing with Rare. I've rugged him because it was the community question section and he was getting grilled on some tokenomics bits that I was supposed to help him out with, and I've just dropped out. So fingers crossed he does all right. But yeah, it's been good. Very busy lately. As we told you guys last time, we're at the house at the moment with a lot of the Tribally team. So everybody is basically working 18-hour days at the moment. So this is my time to rest and relax with you, Chief and Vinny. Wouldn't rather be anywhere else. So thank you for having me on again.
Hey, man, it was great last time. It already feels like so long ago, but it was only 2 nights ago. And tonight's going to be an interesting one. You know, we are here. It's been an absolutely stellar week over at Tribally. I was just given the green light to let everyone know we just passed 1 million free bets since the play to airdrop. That went quick, and that most of it happened in the last 3, 4, 5 days. It has been wild. You guys have been out there. You've been grinding. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the support and the love. It has been a journey, and we just getting started because on Friday, the TGE is happening. The coin will be released, and I just realized Tribally's making history again because they're launching not only on Ronin, not only on base, but also on ETH. So they're literally launching, which I don't think has ever been done before. So very cool, very cool. Another win right there, another win.
Yeah, very excited, looking forward to that. And if anybody has any questions, I'm actually there's going to be a load of videos that I've been working on, going out for all the FAQs around the airdrop, around participating in the public sale, around getting your tokens, all of that. So yeah, keep an eye out on the Tribally Twitter, and if you do have any other questions, feel free to pop into Discord and give me a tag. Yeah, Gunlock has been very busy. I think we've got 500 tickets in Discord at the moment, and we had to hire somebody else from the community to give him a hand with it as well in this past week. So yeah, it's definitely exponential growth on all fronts. So yeah, I'd rather you tag me than Gunlock. Give him a break, that poor guy.
That is amazing. We love to see it. Everyone in chat, we just dropped a whole bunch of challenges for you guys from games that are happening right now and any minute. So these matches are up. You can go ahead and place your free challenges down and try to get some of that juicy tribal. You still got a couple days left to stack those bags. Get ready for takeoff. Get ready for the next phase. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. We're gonna get some good matches going on tonight, just like last week. But you know, Tribally.games, that's where it's at right now, baby. That is where the hype is. They are bringing back play to earn. They are doing play to airdrop like no one else ever has. And right now, you're witnessing something special happen, and you're a part of it, which is awesome. One day you're gonna look back at this and be like, yup, I was there those first couple streams they did. Yup, that shit was sick, and we did all this tingies, and you could get free tribal, and it was like, wow, you just had to like stay active. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but currently awaiting result challenges, there's like 12 pages of them now. So like, just know your claims are there, but you gotta find them, and sometimes you gotta search a little bit because so many challenges are happening all the time. It's actually insane. And another thing I noticed was the challenger ranks, right, within the games. So like 3 days ago, it was like the highest ranks you'd see were 15,000, 16,000. and now, or 1,500 to 1,600, and now you're seeing like 7,000 rank in like Axie V2. Yeah, it's like gone up 4x in the last 3 days. It's crazy. You're seeing almost the 70 or the 7,000 mark hit from individual ranks taking part in challenges with other people. So, and you're seeing also people that are like doing multiple challenges within that time frame with a whole bunch of different people and different games. And what it shows is they're communicating some way. These little Discord groups are happening. They have a place where they're meeting up, they're putting account name, game, time, and it's working. So good job, community. You guys are crushing it. Wow, we're at 110 people. Hello to everyone in chat. Let's drop some hellos. Marco, Fractal, Marmar, Seiko Bud, Jay Sari, J-Pong, Udula, Senju, Therindu, Axel, GK29, LeBaker. What is good, everybody? 2 minutes. Crit Poses, Sensi, E for E in the chat. What is good? So many of the peeps. And then we also got Radio Rollo. Hey guys, I'm so sad. I'm so sorry. Why are you sad and sorry, sir? Were you one of the guys that hadn't done the PvE yet? Oh my goodness. So professional, these guys. So on it. Oh, but I did it. Oh my goodness. It bugged him in. Well, then it looks like we're going to be doing a lot of Axie tonight, because it seems like we're going to have some holes on the other side, but we're going to go with it. We're going to make it work. We're going to put on a show for you guys. I really wanted to see Rollo versus Nailith play. That was the match I was really looking forward to, because those two savages going at it. So yeah. All right, and I think a lot of people here are Axie fans, so I don't think they'll hate that. I was actually really down to do some Apeiron though, to show, but we will do both, and we will show everyone some action on both sides. So it looks like we're gonna start with some Thunderstruck and Melon potentially. Oh no, we're going through some of the challenges here. So
got Jocko.
What's up? Okay. So, we've got a list of challenges. They may have just closed. They are staggered. So, go ahead, take a look, pick your favorite players, pick your favorite competitors, and we're going to show you guys as many matches as possible. Mr. Producer, sir, whatever the first matches that you want to put on, we are ready. Standing by. Alrighty. Well, I appreciate it, Rollo. I understand sometimes there's a little bit of a crack, broken moment, like right there where producer man put the Google sheet on stream. It happens, Good timing, though. Good timing. We love that. So, Indez, how are you feeling about this upcoming TGE? Like your real gut feeling and all the preparation, the process behind it. How do you feel about it all?
Wow, I can tell you that we feel like we've done absolutely everything we can to prepare for the upcoming TGE. Obviously, the market's not in the best place at the moment. We've spoken about this, but we have had such an influx of not only players on the platform, engagement on Twitter, even events like this, of course. It's just been all over the place. I've watched Rare sit down on his chair and take 6 to 8 hours just to catch up on all of the Twitter messages you guys have been sending him from the previous day. It is, it's this precipice where absolutely everything that we've been working on for the past, some of the core team even 2 years, is all coming up, and we're going to go out with this big bang, of course, with the public sale, with the TGE, and of course with the place airdrop, all in one. So to say I wasn't excited would be lying. It's really quite overwhelming going on Twitter and just looking at how much support we're getting at the moment. I don't know really what else to say other than every single one of our team members is working absolutely beyond capacity at the moment, especially the dev team. We've had one of our devs come back from paternity leave and then just go straight into 18-hour days. So we're definitely at capacity at the moment and just looking forward to getting over that finish line. And then of course it's straight into on-chain wages. We're going to have the bridge going live. There's a lot more features to look forward to in this upcoming month. And although the public sale starts and the token's live, it's really just the start of everything else we're going to be working on and continue to roll out over the next couple of years, really.
Oh yeah, I've messaged Best like 4 times in the last 3 days. Like, all right, we got to set up this like 5-hour call. He's like, yes, I know, as soon as possible. And I just keep telling him because I'm like, yeah, we have a lot to do. As soon as this hump is, you're over this hump, we're going to make another one to hop on. We got, the momentum is real. I think the timing is really, okay, so there's a funny thing happening right now in the industry. Everyone was planning to launch like this month, like you guys. And they all decided to push it back because, as we see, the markets are doing weird things and they're going sideways forever and there's no hype and everyone's all worried and sad and frustrated. So most people are pushing their launch back. The difference between most people and Tribal is they're not bringing out such a amazing new school tool, something that the whole space has been waiting for forever. Plus the fact that, the website is super clean. The social aspect was already popping off before the challenges, so now it's just kind of like a done deal. You really just we gotta show the world what we're working with. That's the next step. If the world sees this, and I think we've all done a good job so far. You guys have spread the word, the users, there's so many of you out there grinding. Good job, everybody. And Twitter's been popping off. So we're doing good. We're doing good. We got to keep going though, right? This can be like all of your golden goose. Imagine you guys are sitting here, you're grinding, you're stacking your bags, and like this really takes off and you got in at ground level. You got airdropped, a fat bag that you held and then just took it and things went really well. That's a potential, do your own research. This is not financial advice, but that's a potential that could happen. We got the Ronin effect. We've got all this community of like trust built from all these years of working together. Look at all these players showing up, and we only had like 5 days to set this up. It takes, you got to know people, you got to know the scene. We have multiple games, we've had multiple casters, we've had all these things, and it's because the community is strong. You guys are strong. You guys make us strong. So together, we can do the tingy. It's okay. I love you, son. This is not your best day, but I will forgive you fully.
Oh, dear. Well, to carry on your point, whilst we sort out whatever's going on, I just seen in the chat that somebody had hopped into the spaces that Rare and I were just on, had given away some leaks, and they said they were really excited for it. And yeah, to your point, I mean, we're looking to bring on as many games as we can, bring on as many games into challenges as we can, and really the whole economy and site is set up to grow with the attention that we garner. So the more games, the more players, the more challenges, everything just feeds into itself and is really this self-fulfilling prophecy, like you said, where the more attention and the more engagement we get, just the bigger this thing can go. And yeah, I'm really excited for when we have the SDK out and we can integrate games just with one line of code instead of having to spend a couple of weeks on the integrations. And then we're going to have all you guys' favorite games, any new favorite games on the site, fully integrated and into challenges as well. I believe since the last time we've spoken, actually, we've already launched Origins challenges, which is, to be honest, been surprisingly popular as well. We're getting almost as many Origins challenges as Axie Classic challenges at the moment. And I think TMA is just around the corner too. They're one of our wages launch partners.
All right. Well, there's so much more to talk about, and we have all night to talk about it. I also want to talk about all the different feedback loops and how Tribally actually has a complete approach, which most projects do not. But we'll get into that later. Yes, we are going to be doing Axie and Apeiron tonight. So don't trip. We're mixing it up. We're doing all kinds of games tonight. We're going to have Axie. We're going to have more Axie most likely because we've been having some Apeiron problems. But we're going to have both. Don't you guys even trip. Can we get the player names somehow, Mr. Producer, sir? Okay, he's working on it. Very good, very good. So yes, we got you. Don't trip. For the Axie people, here's a chance to check out Apeiron and get to know, you know what I'm saying, all the different games on the Ronin network. So we got Tangimon, we got Sourbeck, two of the boys. These guys are close friends. And Sourbeck in red, Tangimon in green. Sourbeck is going for the Apostles, very heavy duty, while Tangimon is going to drop the Eye of Sauron. That's that red eye right there, Indez. It's going to chase you around the map, and if it blows up on you, you get stunned. Have you ever played Apeiron at all?
I have not, so you're going to need to carry me through this. I've probably watched a couple of E3 streams and watched Kyrie play it in Discord, and that is about the extent of my Apeiron experience. So I'm going to need to be carried through the casting.
All good, brother, all good. So what Tanji's doing here is he's putting out the fireball, trying to get some stuns while the fireball is around Sourbeck. Sourbeck is like a flamethrower. The problem is his flamethrower gets countered by this yellow pizza cutter, we call it. So Tangimon coming through. What happens is the pizza cutter does a lot of damage, and every time it hits you, the next time it hits you, it does more damage. So when Sourbeck is in there trying to fire him in the face from like 2 feet away, it's really easy to hit the pizza cutter, the yellow one. So it's a tough matchup here for Sourbeck. He's gonna have to, you know, change his strategy. In this game, you can attack the little guys, the Apostles, or you can use your time and your energy to attack their planet. It's, you know, different strategies, different things for different people, and, you know, depending on your planets. But it looks like Tanji is just dropping blows on Sourbeck left and right, keeping the pressure on. Sourbeck's trying to get in there with the flamethrower, is getting a little bit of damage on, but nothing substantial. And Sourbeck is already down almost to 2 Apostles. Oh boy, they're dropping like flies. He's down to 1 now. There's still 3 on the Tangimon side. One thing to know, when you lose your little guys, your Apostles, your deck changes. You have less cards in your deck, so you get the ones from your main guy more often. Does that make sense? The deck is made of your main guy's moves plus your little guy's moves, kind of like Axie.
Yeah, I'm following. Sorry, I was looking down on my phone because I was messaging Mr. Producer Man after I kicked the desk over and knocked my camera backwards. So thank you for going straight to cams 1 second after I knocked my camera onto the floor, Vinny. That's really
funny.
helpful.
That's funny. That's funny.
Dear.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
But yes, I was following, and I have a bit of a, you know, I've got a side with Tanji here because he works with Tribally. He's a data analyst for us, so I've got a bit of a personal, you know, need for him to show up and win the Apeiron tournament. He's actually also in the top 100 in play to airdrop at the moment. Despite working for us, he's properly been at it for the last week, so I'm not surprised to see him here as well.
Tell me about it. He's fighting for a top 10 spot, and I just sent him some assets to help him get over the hump.
Oh, nice.
We're team working to make the dream working.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting. For people that don't know, in the play to airdrop, the tickies that you hold, or the complete tickies that you hold, also impact some of your airdrop points. And we had the top, or one of the top holders that was holding a deity, get offered 4.5 ETH from our friend Prathap, actually. And he rejected it. But at the moment, he's been lending that ticket, or that deity ticket instead for the play to airdrop. We've got lots of people trying to do lending tactics, lots of people making offers on mystics.
4.5 ETH.
Yeah, 4.5 ETH. So I don't know if that was posted. So if it is, then that's definitely a leak. Rare might have chosen not to shout out about it because you know how people are with fake offers and things like that. But yeah, I believe Prathap is using.
They've been around. They've been in the scene for a long time, and you know, if I believe it. That's just respect. He actually asked me for some help for this, but I'd already agreed to help Tanji. And Prathap said he was already like top 10. I was like, or second at some point. I was like, okay, impressive.
Yeah. I think he's the Axie GG account. I don't know. I don't know if I'm completely off with
No,
that, but
that would
there's an
make
account
sense. He
called
wanted. Yeah, that would make sense. He said
yeah.
we need to bring Axie GG to the top.
Yeah, the Monkey D. Luffy XCGG account that was like what first or second throughout the entire play to airdrop. And then there's another guy in the top 10 that has like complete sets of everything from common, rare, mystic, all the way up to a deity on his account. And yeah, it's properly a fight for the top 10 at the moment. It's pretty insane to see. I think the highest mystic sell was like 1.3 ETH from the floor being something like 0.2 after the launch. So some people have had massive come ups just on trading those tickies and selling them at peak hype with play to airdrop.
Oh, Prathab is first place.
Nice. Yeah, he is.
Monkey D. Luffy at Axie GG.
That's insane.
What?
For anybody that doesn't know, Chief and I have known Prathap for like 4 years now. He played with Axie GG. He played the first Axie seasons. Like I was playing against Prathap #1 and #2, and #3 with Nate since season 5. Season 6 was Prathap's first season win. He's been around for ages.
Dude, I'm so happy for him. That is so freaking cool.
Right?
Yeah. Wow. Man, this guy has been fighting, has been battling, competing forever and ever and ever and ever. And finally, he's like at the top of a fat leaderboard. How cool is that? That is freaking awesome. Good for him. If he's around, I just sent him a message. Good for you, Prathap. Good for you. That is freaking dope.
Yeah, it's class. I can't wait to do some, you can do some storytelling, narrative stuff on the place at airdrop once it's gone, because it's a massive thing going on at the moment. And I don't think that fight for first, we're really doing enough to promote it. It's huge. But I've just seen a question in chat from Yui. What if they get the same points? This is actually something that's been brought up today that I'm going to be discussing with the team, because we can get lots of questions. What happens if you draw with somebody in the place at airdrop? And I didn't realize it was even tight enough to be possible, but it seems like everybody is at it at the moment, and there's a very real chance they could be tied on points.
Wouldn't it make sense to just take the 2, 3, 4 people that are tied, and then you split that full by 4 or 3 or 2? I think that would probably be the best.
That would absolutely be the best way to do it, because a lot of them are tied in the amount of tribal they done anyway, right? Like they're in the same batch.
Those don't matter, right? It's really just the top 10. If anyone in the top 10 ties, then you'd want to probably mix their 2 pools and split it by 2.
Yeah, definitely.
But damn, let's go, Pratham. That's what's up. The homie's holding it down. He told me he was second, and I was like, what are you talking about? I don't see you on there, but I didn't see the at Axie GG. I just saw the Monkey D. Luffy, and I'm like, okay, that's not him. And I looked down the list, and I was like, I don't see you, bro. I don't get it. I thought he was like just saying things, and I was like, I don't see you. And I was busy, and now I'm like, wow, okay, he did it. He's like clearly ahead too. 600 points. That's
it's got a lead. No.
How do you catch that?
Been doing well.
Good for him.
How long have they got? 8? Is it 8 hours? How long?
Yeah, it's 8,
9 hours. Yeah, I don't think somebody's catching him in that time. That's a full 10% lead.
Producer man, how are we looking on the next match? We're gonna put on an Axie match next. I know a lot of you guys are here for some Axie. Make sure that you are checking the wager list, the challenges, and getting these games. We're gonna be posting them periodically throughout the stream. And any love, you guys can go in and pick from the streamed matches. Hopefully, we're not going to stream all the matches, obviously, because we have some huge round robin brackets, but they're going to be running in the background, and we're going to be picking out matches as we go. So replay rank links aren't working. Today's really a tough one, isn't it? The universe is really messing with us. Both games having some issues today. Okay.
Oh no.
And yeah, let's talk about that while we wait. You guys have been making markets burn. People have been I think Apeiron planets went up like 50%. Yeah, it went up from 20 to 30 RON, the floor,
Oh my.
which is awesome, right? I'm sure Axie's like it's a pretty big pool, but maybe it went up 5% or something just from people buying shit. I know that I got a lot of offers on my Japanese Axies lately.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. People asked me about that as well, about if I had any, collectible Axies sticking about. Oh, the Wild Forest Lords as well. See, we haven't even got Wild Forest fully integrated yet, but I think there's a bounty around them potentially, right? There are bounties for place airdrop points somewhere. Don't. If that's completely wrong, somebody please correct me in the chat. I've been so busy on the other side of it, but yeah, there's so much going on. It's really great to see the impact that we're having at the moment in the not just the Ronin community, but what the wider Web3 gaming with all of the different integrations we've got going on. And like we said, the goal is only to integrate more games, more platforms, more chains, you name it. It's the plan.
Well, I'm feeling like the players from Ronin are gonna have an opportunity now to get involved a lot more with base, a lot more with maybe even Immutable X, because the beautiful thing about Tribally is we're not locked to any one thing, and whatever the best games are, like, let's run it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta enjoy that opportunity. And I think the Ronin community has been so strong, and obviously, like, if a good Ronin game comes out, and there are already good ones as they come out, people are gonna go Ronin first, and that's okay. But we want to give them the option so that they can just be like, okay, well, if I play on base, this game is really sick, and like Immutable just brought out this sick game. Ancient 8's got some cool games coming out too on Optimism, right? The key for that next step, people talk about what's going to be the next Axie. In some ways, Axie is always going to be, Axie is special. Axie has its own thing. Axie will probably never die. Will it blow up again like it did that last time? Probably not. Something will, though. Something will blow up. And whatever that is, I'm sure everyone in this game or in this room right now wants to be involved in it. They want to be part of that blow up, So I think that's part of E4E, and part of Tribally's job is to help filter and find these other amazing games that are out there, and then bring it to the community with challenges, with quests, with content, with events, and wham bam thank you ma'am, you got yourself some goodies. And all right, so we got Sura LeBaker versus Paradise from ApeGG. These are both very high level top 50 players. Sura actually doing a lot, or LeBaker doing a lot of early damage here, playing with the fire towers. Very annoying move, very powerful. You just kind of place them and they melt everything. Oh yeah, you're probably on your phone. I remember. I know you. I've known you for like, how long now? 8 years in Dust?
I'm keeping up. I'm reading the chat. We got chat questions as well.
As my co-caster, what you should do is ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Because then I'll help you. When you look at this, what do you think? Besides, I don't understand.
I see lots of colors.
Okay.
Some cards on the right. No, it's
so
just definitely.
The cards on the right are your deck, made of little guys and then the big guy. So all those cards are thrown into a deck, shuffled up, and you just pull them as you go. The white bar is your mana, your elixir. So you don't want to let that get to 15. And as your little guys die, your deck gets smaller. And that means that you get more opportunity to use the good stuff, which usually your avatar, your main planet has, the big guy. So now we're in a situation where Paradise was behind most of the game, but now it's coming into the mid to late game, and it looks like Paradise is positioning himself well, getting away from a lot of the damage, and kind of picking LeBaker apart here in the late game. Those little feathers he threw out, you shoot him at the enemy, and then they come back to you. And then if you can hit the enemy with the timing, it does many, many damages.
Right. And how many rounds are we playing at the moment?
So it's a best of 3 built right into the game. So if Paradise wins again, this matchup is over. And if LeBaker wins, they go 1 more. Once betting goes live.
In the chat.
Robocop asking, once the betting goes live for real, how are we going to control match fixing? So we're all talking about the best ways to approach it. I think one of the best ways will be with like a Reddit style reputation score. And I was even thinking, and I'd love to hear input, and I don't know the legalities. This is just me thinking out loud. Keep that in mind. It's not my decision. If somebody were to KYC themselves, I think that would be like the ultimate level of like trust. You know what I mean? So if that player was then thought to be cheating and it ever came out they were cheating, then we would know, and potentially there could be like legal action. And that's the thing, right, is when it comes down to something like that, you do have to be ready for the inevitable leeching that people are going to try to do. So I think some kind of social score is going to be really important. Ola Baker coming out with multiple healers here, and that means that if you don't kill him, it snowballs into the late game. Paradise is getting a little bit low on HP, and he's got a lot of damage he still has to output. This is looking like LeBaker might be able to bring it back and take it to a third match. He's also putting the pressure on Paradise, so Paradise can't come up with any crazy plans. And in the meantime, his apostles are just tearing Paradises apart because, well, I guess that's a lie. Not anymore. All of a sudden, it's only the 2 healers. But they're living. They are living. They're still living. They're still going. That one on the right is still alive. And all of a sudden, the tides are turning. The fire towers are everywhere. FC5s doing the massive damage. And now LeBaker getting into Paradise's face one more time. He's got the 2 priests healing, just stacking. And this looks like it's going to a third set or third game. Well done by LeBaker. Yeah, so back to the match fixing. Part of it will be social score for sure. How we do that, we'll see. It's going to be hard, right? That's always hard, especially, and maybe you can't do it unless you have some kind of score. Maybe you have to, I'm not sure yet exactly. That's like, everything went very fast. I probably was expecting like 20 to 30 challenges a day. And instead it's turned into like 800 plus. It's
yeah, it's been quite the growth. Yeah, if to jump in with what the current company answer would be, is that of course it wouldn't be in somebody's best interests to try and match fix, because there will be a slight commission on the betting volume over your game. As we mentioned, I believe this is in the white paper and has been spoken about quite a lot. There will be a kickback of the betting volume to the 2 players that participated, to the game, some to stakers of Tribal post-launch. Again, that's probably a bit of a leak. I don't know if that's in the latest white paper updates, and a small commission as well to the partner that we're using for it. So if you were to try and match fix, and you were deciding, for example, I don't know, I'm going to fake the volume and I'm going to try get a load of people to vote on this player, and then I'm going to throw the game and then have the other person win. There would obviously be, not be in your best interests, as some of that volume that you yourself would be putting on would be kicked back to the game, etc. But I guess as like a wider answer, again, this is me speaking, not on behalf of Tribally, because obviously this is a sensitive one, and I'm sure that Ged in the comments will probably be screaming at me on Slack if I say anything wrong here. As you mentioned, some form of social score, some form of the community policing it is definitely going to have to be part of it, because on our end we don't really want to be the judge, jury, and executioner for some of these challenges. So a reputation score, social scoring, all of that is definitely going to. He's already screaming. Start typing. Yeah, that's definitely going to be within consideration because the last thing we want is bad actors coming in, taking advantage of you guys and any sort of betting that you're doing. So yeah, don't worry. That is definitely up there on the list of priorities before we launch the on-chain real wages. But as we said, there's still a couple of weeks until those are going to be launched. So I'm sure there will be.
There's a world if it were, if it starts being a problem where you could make people KYC, fill out some kind of things, start very small, right? There's a world where everything gets minimized, I'm assuming, and slowed down if needed, because it's like, oh, people are definitely cheating, right? They found a way. And that's been a problem in Web3 for always, with every earning mechanism ever, basically. So I'm sure that we'll be able to think of a lot of solutions beforehand, and then as things are going, there's always ways to twist and turn and learn, right? It's just like malware and protection. They're always battling to see who's better. And it's always an ongoing battle. So I am very confident that Tribally is going to be able to do a good job and hold it down. But now we got ourselves a little bit of Axie action on the screen, and it looks like Thunder's coming out here and making Wasabi out of Wasabi. Like, that was quick and dirty. Thunder taking the quick dub right there. It did look like he had a pretty nice matchup advantage. We were all caught up in chit-chatting. Sorry, everyone, but it's okay. We can just bring up that next match as soon as possible. And there's been a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on. Just to make it very clear to everyone, Tribally is killing it right now. So all of you early adopters, everyone here, good job. You're in the right place at the right time. What are you seeing here on the screen, Indez? Even though we don't know the players yet, what are you seeing?
I already know that the person on the right... Oh, the person on the right isn't Jocko. I thought the person on the right would be Jocko, because Jocko's been going on about this team for God knows how long. He calls it the Jocko bird, the Jocko build. Him and his double birds. No,
that is Jocko. That is Jocko. You're right. Thank you for knowing the team so well. So both players with a one-shot Axie. That's interesting. And he hits the brick wall. No combo damage there. And only gets a tiny little poke on the midliner, who's now about to go higgity ham. Getting the kill. Getting the heal. And with a 4-to-1 energy so what happened tonight, guys, there was a lot of matches, so we had to do replays. Tonight we're trying things. We're trying things for the future. But you can take the end of this. Does Tapioca have a chance, or are these birds just too nasty?
Ooh. I think it's gonna be a draw. Yeah. Draw in the end. Yeah, so it says defeat, but that was a draw. Jocko's team is basically built to abuse that artifact and just absolutely slam through the front door every single time. It's one of those ones we were talking about in the stream the other day, where the artifact, being able to change it to a bug is huge when you've got the amount of damage that Jocko does. I assume this is them replaying the same match, right? Yeah, let's see. See, Jocko's
makes
drawn.
A lot of sense. And then you double bird, you blow up the tank because it's like a bug.
Yeah.
And you go
and he's
first,
even
double birds.
Yeah. And he's even gone with the Babylonia frontliner to, again, just apply absolutely as much pressure as possible. I believe previously he had a plant tank, but no, he's gone with this. I'm sure he would have liked that Kestrel to hit the midliner and disable the teal shell. That would have been part of his swing right there. But it looks like Tapioca's learned from last game, and he's going to make sure that midliner dies. Let's see how they do for the rest of this one.
Oh, wasted a lot of defense there. Used all 4 cards. That's rough. He does get the kill, though, actually, and this bird is very fragile. So it's probably going to be Tapioca coming back and taking this. Quick learner after losing the first matchup.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, that is not... the order he wanted at all, right? Let's
wins
see.
now.
Would he have survived?
He
I don't
wins.
think. Yeah, I don't think Tapioca would have survived even with the extra energy. That bird does so much damage.
Wow, that was pretty sick actually. Joko was not messing around. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, he absolutely loves that team. He's been going on about it. He's been telling me, oh, it's the Jocko bird, it's the Jocko team, you got to use it, etc. But yeah, it's not bad. As you saw, it's a pretty good one right there.
All right, well, that is a good idea, RoboCop. The replay links directly to the challenges. That way that the community can help police any obvious things, right? And like, obviously, it's still gonna often be a matter of opinion because things can happen, disconnects can happen. You can't always tell from replays, but I think having that definitely helps, right? Because if someone's like, wait, that doesn't make sense, they watch the replay and they're like, because the one player is clearly a better player, for example, and then they watch the replay and they're like, wait a second, that actually looks shady too. And then there could be like a mark, it could be like a penalty, it could be a warning first, you know what I'm saying? And just kind of a process has to be built, right? A way to vet, a way to give people a chance, but also protect everyone else. So it's gonna be fun and also stressful dealing with that all. It's gonna be very complicated, but not for the people playing, hopefully, right? Just for Tribally.
It's funny, Robocop, you mentioned voiding. I presented that exact idea literally last night. So I don't know where you are, but you're somewhere in my brain. But yeah, like we said, there's no sort of proper official answer to it yet because, you know, all the focus is on the play to airdrop and on the public sale later this week. But I'm sure this weekend and next week it's going to be ironing out as many details as possible. But both of those are great suggestions, and I'm getting ready to copy paste the replay links one across. And I'm sure once the dev team have got more time, that was already going to be in the plans because it would be great to watch those challenges back. But
okay.
Yeah, whilst we're going, I think Jocko's just been absolutely hard counted. Hatsu midliner.
Like this is Rollo versus Zhao.
Zhao. So Rale's running the Jocko team, and Zhao has just absolutely sniped the shit out of it. Excuse my French. With that Hatsu midliner. I don't know what more you'd want against the double bird team, really. What have they got? Only one melee card on that backliner. You got a cactus to absolutely slam through it, and then he even left a Babylonia goldfish on the back, which I think can brickboard itself against it. So that was a very good team pick there on that quick game you just saw.
That must have been a quick scout right there.
Definitely, yep. And I mean, I don't know if Ralo's announced it, but he is playing with ISA more recently. He's been on our calls, so I'm sure that he's picked up that Jocko team off Jocko, and now he's going to be complaining,
nice.
asking why he lost with it.
That's cool. That's cool to hear. Yeah, no, I mean, you guys have been doing great, and you know, I look forward to the day where Classic makes a true comeback, and I'll be down to get involved again one day, I'm sure, if that day comes. We'll see. Yeah. It's been a long road. I've thought about playing again lately, but this is interesting. Melon coming out with an interesting Dawn in the back, getting off some good damage, but the huge brick wall for Sake, getting max value for both herbivores and getting value for the cattail. That might have been a first round GG.
Yeah, I don't think Sake could have asked for a better matchup right here. Once he gets that mech out of there, this midline Tri-Spikes has got no business going against that bug. So, like you said, I think it's a quick game over here. Sake is actually another ISA player. I've challenged him a couple of times this week, and he's done me in with this exact same team. He really likes this one.
Hey man, you guys have a lot of talent over there. Even when Thunder went to the first tournament, like, I hadn't even heard of the other two guys, but they were sick. They were good. Lots of good players.
Yeah, and I mean, that was just rubbing it in. He absolutely did not need to backdoor there, but very well played, playing around. Obviously, having just seen those 4 cards out the midliner.
Yeah.
Very nice.
People that don't play V2 don't quite understand how much tactic goes into it, how many things they're thinking about. But hey, quick little shout out to everyone in chat. You guys are freaking awesome. Little hellos to Felipex, Robocop, Axel, Hanji, Jed. What's good, Jed? It's been a while. Fendrev, Gunlock. Thank you, Gunlock, for all the work you've been doing for Tribal. You've been crushing it, man. Venzim, Engine One Gaming. I know you from the challenges. I usually pick you. You've been doing well for me. See, these players are like already building a kind of a reputation just from seeing them all the time and then seeing them win, and you're like, oh yeah, this guy, he's good, he wins a lot. But everyone in chat,
I can't wait till we
go ahead.
Sorry for cutting you off. I was gonna say, I can't wait till we've built in that win rate and, you know, battle history and all that sort of stuff into the challenges. Then I'm sure they'll be even more embedded in your mind.
And leaderboards, obviously, right?
Yeah.
That'd be a good one. And then I wanted to say to everyone in chat, if you'd be so kind to drop us a follow, that would be absolutely awesome. We're trying to hit that 5,000 follower mark, so any support, we really, really appreciate you guys. We already appreciate you for coming out and chilling. But here we go. We got another matchup on stream. We got Tapioca versus Zhao. Let's freaking go. We got double bugs against the Aqua backliner. But the double bugs potentially could do a lot of damage in the early to the mid game.
Yeah, I think we've seen this exact team out of Tapioca the other day, right? And now we're seeing a repeat of this very tanky lineup out of Zhao. That is a massive brick wall though coming through, and the double carrot game. Great round for Tapioca. And really this match again is gonna really fall down to how easily Tapioca can get this mid liner out, because Hatsune is going to do quite a lot of work against his backliner. He's fortunate to not be running Scarab on the back, which a lot of these builds do. So he's at least got 3 melee cards. But yeah, let's see how easy it is for him to get this mid liner out there.
That was an interesting fish snack. Was that just in case he didn't get through with the first guy because of a brick wall?
Yeah, it seemed like he was doing it for damage insurance, but it's ended up nuking those 2 parasites that he would have liked to have, right?
Yeah, and now in this position, this is rough. But I mean, he does get 2 discards, which is huge. Plus, there's the stun on the backliner. Oh, plus, yeah. Oh, that's a bit annoying.
Ooh, that's a very cheeky little Hatsune. I'm a fan of that play.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. He's got the energy. Oh, nice, maximizing the damage there. He's gonna have 4 cards next round as well, which is pretty big.
That's a lot.
Tapioca's obviously managed his energy really nicely to make sure he's got a full hand, but I think because of that fish snack play, he's actually pulled off the game. You see there, if he didn't have not the fish snack play, the Hatsune play, if he didn't have the Hatsune and that parasite wasn't disabled, then Tapioca would have ensured that Zhao was stuck on 3 cards. And if he was on 3 cards, he wouldn't have had the damage to kill him there. Tapioca would have won. So that's a really smart little bit of tech to play the Hatsune into the last stand. And yeah, just really well played all round. It was a cool game.
1 HP. 1 HP. There was 1
I didn't
HP
even
left.
that.
Yeah. Ounce HP. Just an ounce right there. That's amazing. That is what we like to see. I haven't done my bets in the last hour. Oh my god, I'm never gonna find them again. They're gone.
I'm behind.
Yeah, like that means that at least like I have to go probably 40 pages to find them. I do that actually. I start at like page 40 sometimes and go like up a couple and down a couple to see if I find something. Right now we actually have 15 rounds or 15 pages of awaiting results. That means 15 pages of matches that have been put up in the last hour and a half. That's wild.
That is active. Yeah, Robocop, I think the plan is to have the claims built into sort of the wider claim button on the site, you know, where you can claim your quests and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to be built into the same bit. But yeah, bear with us. The team are pretty strapped at the moment for time, and we've got team members in and out. It's, yeah, very, very busy time. So hopefully that will be sorted at some point this or next week, but it is up there on the priority list.
You guys just taking shifts on the same laptops basically at this point?
I feel bad for Lisa. Amy's been away recently, and Lisa's basically taken on all of the products and UX work that Amy does. And for anybody that knows Amy, Amy is an absolute superhero. She works quicker than anybody. So Lisa's taken that on top of her normal responsibilities as well, and has just been absolutely hammering away at all these updates. So anything you've seen update UX or UI wise in the past week has all been Lisa. So yeah, we've got all different superhero stories from different members of the team, different departments of the team. It's been a mammoth effort from everybody. But speaking of mammoth efforts, we've got Ralo and Thunder, and we've got Ralo using this Jocko team again. And Mr. Producer Man is going to press play for me in perfect timing. Thank you. And let's see what happened in this game.
Yeah, let's see what happens. These birds are back, and they haven't lost yet, even though this looks like a tough matchup. But every matchup has seemed like they shouldn't win, and they've won every time. So
yeah. Thunder is slightly overcommitted to get that kill on the front tank, which might have set up an interesting scenario where we might see this Hatsune cleared out. But obviously, we do have Hatsune on this midliner, so even if we get through, on Ralo's side, I think the game is over. He's just been forced to use his one of his 2 melee cards as well in the Kingfisher. Obviously, the only way he could have won this 1v1 would be drawing 4 of those cards. But he got very close. You see, he was only 1 card away, 1 energy away. Like you said, definitely a snipe, hard counter on Thunder's side. Well picked, but yeah, it was close.
I wonder if Ralo only has this one team on his whole list probably, and everyone's like, all right, he's doing it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of his few meta teams, right? Because the meta's changed a lot, at least from what I can understand after Artifacts was introduced. So yeah, this might be one of the few teams he started with. But here we are, jumping straight back into Apeiron. We got Tanjimon, the Charlie data analyst, taking on, I missed his name, Mr. Producer Man. Thank you. Look at that, beautiful timing again. Against Naylith. I believe you said you're excited for Naylith against Ralo. So let's see. Are we expecting him to take Tanjimon in this match?
So, sadly to say for Tanji, who had a great match against Sourbeck earlier, taking a 2-1 lead or win, Naylith is one of the best players in the game. He was ranked 1 or 2 the last season. He's quite a savage. But, I think he might take it a little easy because these are matches for fun. Everyone is out here having a good time. Remember, we're all friends here. No animosity, no yelling at each other, no BM, as they say nowadays, the cool kids, no BM. I'm probably way old now. That's probably not what they say anymore. But Naylith is an absolute savage. It looks like he's playing with a double priest setup, lots of healing, and they're 3v1ing right now. He's using drag to the bottom. That wave, it bounces 3 times, and if it hits you, it knocks you back. And Tanji's over here trying to pick off 1 apostle at a time, while Naylith is just bringing out the waves and getting chased by Sauron's Eye. So, while he runs, takes a little bit of damage, his waves are kind of just bouncing around. Getting away from the Eye. Oh, he's trying not to get stunned, does a good job. Tanji holding strong, though, doing a pretty good job himself. The problem is those 2 priests are still healing, and that means, oopsie for Tanji.
Yeah, so is this healing lineup what do we look like for a meta in Apeiron? Is it just a couple of top planets? Is it like a triangle of teams? How does that look?
So some people use the double priest, like we've seen a couple times today. What it does is it makes the enemy have to clear out your apostles in a very systematic way. And while they're doing that, you can catch them off guard, you can catch them with traps, you can catch them with shields and stuff. So you're trying to outplay them while they're trying to kill your priests. A lot of the time you see a lot of warriors because they do a lot of damage, and people will play extremely aggressive with the warriors. And if you match those two up, the early game goes warriors, but if the priests survive, then the late game goes priests. So it also will depend on what moves the planets have. Like right here, the wave isn't super great when the map is all big and open, right? Like it's hard to hit the guys. They're spread out, they're all over the place. And later, when the circle's smaller, the wave can be very, very effective. But Tanji taking a lot of damage, basically down to one shot already. Nalith did something different because this was a quick one. That was nasty. That was kind of what I expected from him in game one. Nalith is a beast. That's nothing for Tanji to be sad about.
Yeah, that did seem like he just got completely strong-armed from start to finish. Did he even have any... I think he had full health by the end of that as well. Steamrolled.
Nalith figured it out, and once he figures it out, it's tough. It's really tough. But look at that, Tanji getting massive votes in his matches. LeBaker, the favorite here with more votes than Paradise, even though Paradise is like a top player. I'm excited to see how that one goes. LeBaker also top 50, been holding it down and making a name for himself in Apeiron.
Yeah, it seems like people are really going off of these reputation scores, right? That we spoke about the other time. It seems like it's always weighted towards, who's got that lower reputation score. Well, higher rank.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy, right? Because it means nothing, basically. And that shows, like, if you were to look through their matches and if there was, like, their challenge matches on a list and you could do your research, that would actually be fun, right? Go through and see how they play and then make your decision based on that. And I look forward to that in the future once this really starts going. I really do. Like I'm packing my challenge bags. I'm stacking my Tribally right now. That way I'll have plenty of tokens to put in on these upcoming matches, in a couple weeks.
Yeah, definitely. There's so much that can be done on that end to make the voter experience better. And like we said, a lot of it is trying to market yourself to people and get people voting on your games, get people entertained, interested in your games. And if part of what you can do for that is just show that you win most of your matches, so you're really consistent, then I'm sure that'll happen naturally. I think from the chat, I've just seen Robocop ask if I'm going to come back to V2. I think I was streaming. I know I was streaming this morning. I've been streaming quite a lot this week. In the low ranks though, it will probably reflect on my Tribally gamer score on some of the challenges I've been doing. I'm very, very down there at the moment. I think I've lost challenges to a lot of the people that we're looking at on stream now. Jocko, Sake. Sake's actually up next game. I've lost against him as well. So fair, I wouldn't want to be betting on me.
To be fair, you are playing against, some of the best in the world. You're not matching up against any plebs. You're being very respectable and challenging yourself. But B-Bang, also a very strong player. Tell us, what do you see here?
Yeah, so it looks like we were saying, this Dawn, or double Dawn team, very standard. And then Sake is actually playing another build that Jocko likes with this Koi midliner. The Cottontail on the front tank is a new change, with Cattail obviously not being the absolute staple. People have been running Carrot, Cottontail, Cattail. And this is really a team that is, you wouldn't see this style of team prior to Artifacts. You'd see a bit more card draw, you'd see a Nemo on the midliner. I think this style of build is only possible because of the reliance upon the artifacts for damage and, not needing as many cards to kill a plant because you can use your artifact and have it be killed easier, or not needing as much energy because, again, it takes fewer cards to kill it. So let's see how this plays out. I don't know if they're equipping artifacts. The other day it wasn't working properly, correct? So, let's see.
I mean, it's interesting adding these artifacts because it does completely change everything, but I love it. It just shows that there's so much space to be worked with. There's so much they can do. um, to make V2, great again.
Yep, definitely. And that was a big round for B-Bang. He got the back door. He also kept his tank alive indirectly. But this is that's a bit of a mistake from Sake. Could definitely have led with that Cottontail there and managed to outplay the last stand. But let's see. Going into the late game, I'd probably want to be B-Bang. He's even got this backdoor coming through. Let's see if Sake's Aqua is going to survive this next onslaught coming towards it. It doesn't look like it is going to. And yeah, I think that's again an example of one of these games where this backdoor Dawn really just carries and controls it for people. Where if you do get that backdoor out and you can kill, the problem Axie for your team, you're going to be in a very good position going into the late game. And unfortunately for Sake, he's just not got enough cards on this midline, on this front tank. Didn't need to play that Cottontail last round, but I doubt it's going to make much of a difference. That's a massive shield.
Isn't it funny how things kind of are just the way they used to be with the backdoor bird? The first meta that we made ever in Axie ever is literally the meta again, but now with the teal shell that actually works compared to the beast that we used back in the day, just for the damage to kill the plant. And now you see a lot more utility because of these artifacts.
Yeah, I'd genuinely be interested to see if Sake would have had a chance at winning this if he'd have held on to 2 of those Cottontails. Because he sort of rugged his draw a couple of these rounds by just spamming off Cottontails that he didn't need for energy. It's not going to look close in the end, but there were a couple of rounds that he could have min-maxed a bit more and maybe brought this game closer. But yeah, like you said, the backdoor bird has been a staple. Now they've obviously changed it to a Dawn. We started off with the backdoor bird and the beast, or the backdoor bird and the bug. And yeah, we've seen so many iterations over the past, what was it? I think there was 24 seasons in the end for Axie. They had the 21 seasons at the start, and they brought 3 more back. Now we're on our 5th Guild Wars season, and now we've introduced artifacts. Yeah, there's a lot there. Like we were saying on the other stream, a lot of history there behind all these builds and these build trees. It's quite funny. I still see some, Axies where I'm like, oh, that was part of my gene tree. That definitely, somewhere along the line was one of my Axies because of the way an eye looks or the way, its skin looks, something like that.
Yep, or it's a fuzzy, or it's a this, or it's a that, and you're like, oh yeah, that's from the original line. And you just got to go back like a couple million Axies, and all of a sudden it's there. And you're like, holy shit, it actually is. I still somewhere in my Discord have the link to the first perfect bird. That would actually be really
all the way back in the day.
That'd be really interesting now to have that link up next to these ones, and then just look at what we had and where we are now. I need to find that now. Holy shit.
Yeah. Let's see it. Let's go.
Thunder, Tapioca, Mirror, Matcha. And again, I love it that all of these midliners are fat.
Yeah. So we've seen very aggro start from Tapioca, but if you look at his tank, the difference between his and Thunder's is that he's got Katara and Pumpkin, whereas Thunder had Herbivore and Zanip. So it's much more advantageous for him to get the front attack out so that he can start reeling off these Kataras than it would be for Thunder to force that front door. So let's see if it makes a difference here. Obviously, that back door's already come through, so a lot of the damage on Tapioca's side is gone, but he did do well to get his cards off and get the value before it went down. We're seeing the Pumpkin being used for card draw and some extra damage here. Not quite enough on his side, but both players have an absolute excess of cards, energy, everything they need right here. And I don't think that's going to be enough shield on Tapioca's tank to survive the upcoming onslaught.
And the double heal was huge there for Thunder, putting him in such a strong position here. Obviously, he's going to... Oh boy, he's also going to use his heals on nothing.
Yeah, so the bird is going to... Or the Dawn is going to go out of there. This is a fairly even start to the 1v1. Obviously, Thunder was down slightly in damage, but he did have more cards. And now he has more cards. And oh, that was so close. That was so close. Good maths from Thunder. He probably knew that he could survive whatever Tapioca came with. And I think this has just been a show of, who knows how to navigate the 1v1 better. And Thunder's played it perfectly to heal up just enough to survive. And now he should be able to finish Tapioca off here. Or
So
not.
I'm gonna look up this first bird.
This is really close. So they've both chosen to try stay alive. And they are both going to be alive, but Thunder, again, he has slightly more cards. And he is going first here. Let's see. Not enough to kill. Is it going to be enough for Tapioca? I think he might just have got it with the Blood Moon. Oof. What a game. I honestly thought Thunder had it. It looked like he had it, but maybe something went wrong for him in one of those rounds. Tried to rush the kill a bit. I didn't manage to get Tapioca, but yeah, what a great game. It looked like Tapioca was out of that as soon as he was in that 1v1 or in that 1v2, but yeah, proper strong mirror matchup and strong endgame there from Tapioca. It looked like Thunder had him.
Okay, I gotta find the oldest bird.
Whilst you're doing that, I'll go to the chat. Tanjimon's explained a bit more about the gamer score system for anybody that wasn't aware. He says that ranks players based on how frequently they play the game, how well they play the game. But obviously, it's only going to be truly accurate for people that have been on Tribally for a long time. And we have seen some people come on just for the play to airdrop recently, or just found out about Tribally through the play to airdrop and all this extra marketing we've been doing lately. And so obviously their score won't have updated. A lot of our pros that we've seen that we brought in for streams are fairly new to Tribally as well. So obviously they're in the thousands for their ranks. But yeah, I'm sure that over time, as people have played on Tribally for longer, we'll see a lot more parity there in those gamer score ranks.
So this is so funny looking at the oldest birds. Strong bird, who's got that one? Oh man, they're here, and one of them is my logo. This isn't actually the one I bred. I traded Chaz. Mine is technically because they're all different, right? Like some of the perfect birds have very unperfect things. Hold on, I'll show mine, the one that my bay. Where's there? Oh no, that was not the right thing. All right, run it in, as I'll be right there with you.
All right. So see what we got, Mr. Producer Man. We got the same Jocko Rallo build here up against Wasabi. A very aggressive round one. Does this kill the tank? I hope it doesn't, because if it does, then that's disgusting. Okay, doesn't quite kill the tank, but still an incredible amount of damage from just a bird. Make sure to finish it off there. And now we can see Wasabi try fight back on his own. Seems to have done the maths here that this is enough to kill. Very well done. More than enough in the end. Gets a little bit of chip damage up on this midliner. Discards a card. Let's see. It really depends what Riley draws here if he's able to finish off this front tank or this bug. Looks like he's going to have enough damage to do so.
Yeah. And now it looks like he's in a great spot because he's got the speed advantage on both Axies. That's going to kill his bug. They both have... Oh, look at the perfect draw. Oh, wait, never mind. He only had 2 energy.
Yeah, so the difference there was he actually played an extra Kestrel, which went into the last stand of the midliners, which was not needed. So had he have held on to that Kestrel, he would have had enough to kill. Obviously, he had the post-fight in hand as well, so those 3-4 cards would have been enough to get the kill on that Dawn there. But good game, came down to close margins again.
I mean, incredible stuff. You gotta say, incredible stuff. I'm reminiscing over these old Axies. Oh yeah, so this is one of the original birds. My favorite because of, obviously, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's my profile picture. Oh, and then Bombs Away was the other one. That was also mine. Okay. Oh yeah,
If anybody that
here's where you start seeing, you can probably show this on stream too. Here's where you start seeing the breeds to figure it out. Because when I bred the first perfect birds with Chaz, we started from, I remember I did a write-up about this with pictures. We started with a plant, an aqua, everything but a bird. The first 4 where there was like no birds or 1 bird involved. Just because there was nothing in the gene pool, it didn't exist, and you can actually see it from Bombs Away. The parents is an aqua with pumpkin. And I'm sure if we go back to these parents, it gets really funny. Oh yeah. Oh, this is hilarious. We could do a whole show on this, Indes. I'm actually finding in here Backdoor Terror.
That's an origin, actually.
No, that's not. That's something else.
He's gone all the way back, all the way back, and he's managed to find an origin Axie as the start of your gene pool. Yeah, if anybody didn't know, that bird, or one of those birds, was actually the Axie I won my first season with in season 5.
The second link I just sent you shows you where we started with this, where the children were, how we were trying to do this. We literally started with like a plant, a couple aquas. And then we ended up at
nowhere near.
Isn't that wild?
That's insane.
It's like the randomest stuff that we put together to make this work. It was. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. This is some reminiscing right here. This is crazy. There was a beast with. Yeah, the beast was with the little owl. And we bred that with bird that had herbivore and snail shell. This is how we had to start back in the day before there was millions of Axies. These are like the first. That beast.
So this beast made little owl birds.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so enough of reminiscing. That was fun. But that's how the first perfect birds were made, out of a beast, some plants, and some aquas. Think about it.
Yeah, it's funny. Robocop's mentioned the first Terminator. That was, oh gosh, what was his name? Started with a K, played for Levox. He bred the first Terminator bug. Oh, my brain. I'd be able to reel this off to you in 5 seconds, but it's been so long since I've thought about classic builds. But yeah, it was a player on Levox that used to breed all sorts of interesting Axies that had the first bug Terminator. And it was originally bred to be a bug. We were all using bugs at the time. It was by far the strongest before it eventually got onto a reptile. And I think it's because bugs got a nerf that people even started adopting the reptiles.
Mine had gravel. I had the snail shell, gravel, with another attack. This is like and a cactus. Yeah, the cactus bug.
Cactus cute bunny, something like that. And then there was one with a Katara as well. Yeah, there was all sorts.
That all started. And then I also had the plant with Hatsune, Kataro, snail shell that ended up, and cactus that ended up being really good later. Like crazy stuff, and it goes back, and we're talking about like 150,000 Axie. Now there's like 15 million.
Yeah, if you're interested, Robocop, I think I've got a video up on my YouTube from like 3 years ago that does the history of the Terminator, and it explains in great detail every single stage, because I just knew everybody at the time that was breeding it, and it's like got shout outs to the specific breeders that adapted to the line and everything like that. But
I wonder if anyone would be interested. I would wonder if anyone would be interested in me and you doing a V2 reminiscing stream where we bring talking points and old data and like old links and old videos and stuff, and we react to them. That might be really good content, bro. That'd be fun.
I'm sure people would be up for it. But yeah, Lotai was a friend of mine. We both knew him, Chief. Lotai, I can't pronounce his name properly. It's I think he's Dutch, or his name was Dutch. And yeah, he was the one that first spread it onto there. He was a breeder for a while. But I think honestly, most of the reason why the name stopped being creative is just the rate of growth, right? People went away from it being your own personal Axies and you never really wanted to sell them because everybody had their own unique style and, you know, type of team that they like playing, to obviously a meta being formed, and then, you know, a meta of what sells the best being formed as well. I remember that now. Yeah, South African. Because I remember thinking, he does not sound Dutch whatsoever. So where has he got this name from? But I'm gonna say Loki from how you've written in the chat. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much because we have got Apeiron in the background. What are we seeing here, Chief? Paradise against Tangimon. Tangimon trying to get his own back after getting mopped by Nailin in the previous round.
So, you know, we had a mix here of like pros and amateurs. The format was supposed to be completely different, and we're trying to figure out the best way to do shows for you guys, right? With multiple games, and that means we need a lot of people. There's a lot of coordination that goes into it. So we tried something new tonight where we got challenges early, and it's all a test. We're just testing and learning. I feel like the last two streams were already such a success that tonight I came into this like, you guys take it easy, have fun. Let's just have a good time, talk, have a little show for everyone. I think everyone's been chilling, getting their wagers in, and we got some good games here. We got Tangi, we got Paradise. They're holding it down. Paradise is a savage as well at this game. He's actually going to the live finals. Qualified, and look at this, he did this last round too while you were talking. He did a little knock up and then he hit him with like multiple slams from his warriors, chunking down Tangimon, getting him with another stun. Everything is targeting Tangi. He's going down quite quickly, and it looks like Paradise is going to come out, take this 2-0 and move on to his next match with a big old smile on his face.
Yeah, poor Tangi getting beaten up on by the pros, but good sport of him for even volunteering. You know, he's a busy week and he's come in here, giving us a hand to you know, try learn his game a bit. Gets the chance to play against people he might not otherwise play against, and looks like it's straight back into some Axie Classic with Jocko against B-Bang.
So let's do it. Let's plan this, Indes. Let's plan a classic throwback night where we also do challenges. We'll mix it up. We'll just talk about Axie Classic while doing challenges, and we'll think of a format to give some people some spotlight. So while we're sitting here talking, we'll also have good matches going on. I think that is a great way to show off the new tool, get some more hype onto Tribally, and just give people another reason to come hang out and learn about how this great game started the Web3 gaming industry, basically. Oh, a 19 short. That is painful for B-Bang.
And that is game over. That bird surviving meant that he had enough cards to finish him off, and also meant that he had a post-fight coming through there. More than enough damage to finish off that door. It's honestly, I really like this team of Jockos because, you know, we saw briefly double birds. I even used to run like triple beast in arena really long time ago, but they never really broke into the meta because they were too card draw dependent. And you know, one season we had anemones being broken. I think that was season 17. So people would run, you know, anemone double bird or double anemone bird. But yeah, this is really the first time we're seeing it in a competitive format, because even then they wouldn't be used in tournaments. They were too easy to counter in tournaments, but that style of build would punish people's card draws in arena and were really good for spamming and reeling off lots of games in arena. So it's interesting to see it come back a bit, and it seems like it's working. You know, it does well against these Dawns.
It's even doing well in situations where you don't think it's gonna do well. Like when there's a plant in the middle, it still does pretty well. Yeah. It looks like it's had to be directly hard countered even, right? Yeah, up until this point, it has had to be. Prathap just messaged me. He's like, yep, that's me, Chief, thanks. What a beast. Oh, that's class. What a beast. So savage. I love to see it. That is what I'm talking about. Well done, Prathap. Well done. Well done.
I've just seen Robocop say we should trace back the inventors of some of the most iconic teams. You say trace back. To be honest, just if you've got something you're interested in, just put it in the chat, and I can almost guarantee you that I'll know everything about it just off the top of my head. It's weird how when something like Axie becomes, you know, Chief and I's lives, the amount of time that it was basically encyclopedias for that sort of information, right? I mean, I'm probably a bit rusty for names now, but if you'd have asked me 2 years ago, literally anything about any one Axie, I could probably tell you all of the weird owners, you know, like people that you never even knew, but that we had to track down to buy Axies off of, or, you know, who had the original breed tree, who sold it, at what price. You know, we were there for it for a lot of the time when this meta was being defined. So yeah, if you're interested, just fire away, and we can do a proper up for it later on. Maybe it'll end up as having some good ideas.
Remember when Z sold the first perfect bird and broke the treaty? That's
opened up a can of worms.
Yeah, I was so angry. I was like, you've got to be kidding me, bro. I'm holding all these birds, and then he sold 2 that were virgins, and somebody just took it and ran with it. And before I could blink, it was over. And I was like, no, we had the competitive edge. No.
Yeah, that was it back then, right? Everybody was like, you know, don't spam breed, don't drive the prices down. There was definitely a lot more collusion, in the nicest way to put it, right? Between owners of trees, owners of breeds, before, you know, the I don't want to say hyper gamification, but, you know, just how popular Axie got and how driven everybody was just to breed.
We broke it, bro.
As many of everything.
We broke the game. We fully broke the game. The breeding bot, we broke the game. Like, Vinny here, Mr. COVID or Mr. Producer, sir, he was breeding like hundreds of perfect Axies every day. It was insane. And selling so many of them. It was so wild. It made no sense. It made no sense. He was selling 30, 40 Axies most days. And some of them, a lot of them were like, it was nuts. Those days were nuts. Huh?
0.4 ETH a piece. Yeah, it was great.
It didn't even make sense. It was fake. It was freaking gnarly. I'll never forget when Jiho gave me 30,000 SLP for a tournament as the prize pool. And then the SLP pump happened. And I'm sitting there with 30,000 SLP, and it went up to like a value of like 28 ETH at the peak. And before that, it was like nothing. It was like 0.3 ETH or something, or 0.1. It was ridiculous. And I didn't know what to do. I ended up getting 2 ETH out and then some SLP left, because I was like, I don't want to make everyone mad, but I feel like I'm doing the right thing. I was a complete noob. And it was the first time Geos had sent me money, and I was like, what is this life? Oh my goodness. Good times. So many good stories. But look at this. Sourbeck against Nalith. And Nalith, what a bully. I need to DM him and be like, bro, use seed planets. Nalith, use seed planet. You're rude.
What's the strawberry team equivalent in Apeiron? Run something like that. Make it.
Yeah, that'd be a seed planet.
Oh dear.
Sourback, what? And he's not using it? I'm just kidding. Oh, is that the volcanic? That's cool. I like it. I like it. He should use it and grind and earn some appers. All right, so we do have Sourbeck. He's fighting for his right to party. He's giving it all he can, but you know, again, Nalith is just a savage. He's like you used to be an Axie. Not many people beat him.
I think I was a bit kinder in tournaments.
No, you weren't. That's a lie.
No, there were a couple of tournaments Do you remember like a couple of the early E3 tournaments where I didn't drop a game the entire like 8-round tournament? I don't think I was any nicer.
How did I first hear about Axie? So I guess since we're doing story night, I had worked at a crypto poker place for like a year almost. So I had some ETH. And then I went into Clash Royale, started an esports team, met Indez here when he was 12. And through Clash Royale, I met a business partner. We started a couple projects. One of them was for like a platform where you could send donations to streamers like you can now on every streaming platform, but before it existed. So we had a really good idea. And we were on D-Live. Yep, but we were on D-Live trying to find streamers for our platform. And I saw Axie. I saw Lieutenant Zonda playing Axie. I watched for like 2 minutes. And I was like, wait, Pokemon on the blockchain? I'm in. And I went and I found the ETH and I bought 2 plots of Arctic land. And I said hello in the Discord. The next day I woke up, I couldn't find my land. I talked to Jiho, he helped me find it. I bought an Axie and I just started researching, and then I just instantly had the need to add esports to the game. So I joined an esports tournament that was going on, like a little competition. And then I was hungry, and then I got involved, started doing esports, got to do the V2 testing, and then we made the breeding bot with the V2 testing. And then 6 months later, breeding had become very broken. There was a lot of breeding bots at the time, and it was fun. It was a little battle of breeding and who could make the best things, right? And there was not a whole lot of people playing, but we had a whole lot of Axies. You gotta imagine, they were 50 cents to breed at the time. And if you think about the bull run in between then and now, that was wild. That was just a wild time. When was it? I don't even remember.
It would have been 2019, because you brought me in early 2020. Was the first time I played an Axie game.
2019, that makes sense. So I got into crypto 2016, 2017, had that job, was chilling, doing things, and then I saw this and just jumped on it. Yeah, that makes sense, 2019.
Yeah, I think when I came in, there was only 400 daily active users for the leaderboard. So like, do you remember at the end of seasons, it was basically just over 10 people that were still in the running and could actually play, and everybody was on like 2 guilds. So there were barely any matches at the end of the season as well.
That day. Oh, I'll talk. Yeah, keep going. Yep.
Yeah, there were so many. There was the Levox one. There was the one with Z. Was it during the V1 days, or was it already V2? Robocop's asking.
The one where I beat Chuck and you beat somebody in the same time in the last match of the season, for me to get top 10 and for you to win over Chuck.
Oh dear, there was so many great ones like that. I think Magic Forest saved me against the Buzz one time as well, like same sort of thing. I was back with AK. So many names that you guys would probably like vaguely remember. But yeah, I think Chief was there before it was even called, you know, what we have at the moment with the V2. It was just an auto battler.
Oh, just auto battler for quite a while. I was part of V1 I was in the first 300 people of the community. So like, there was waves that came in after me. Like before me, it was kind of just the people that were in it. There weren't a whole lot of new people. I was kind of the beginning of a new wave. And then after me, with the events and the tournaments, we had the waves, the Axe wave, and then Axe was there quite a while with me. And the Axe came with me, I think. We were like similar time. And then there was like the Katai Dex wave. And then came the next wave, I think, with like the Kagis started joining. And a lot more people started coming in around that time. But yeah, it was lots of crazy, wild times stories, adventures, developments, the 100,000th Axie, everyone trying to breed it. Ben pushed out, our partner pushed out like 1,200 Axie breeds in a matter of like 2 minutes or something, or 5 minutes. Or that was for the 1 million, I think. And he got that, I think, as well. Grars, have a great night, brother. Yeah, V1. Literal V1. Can't wait. Wild Forest to watch here live. Tribally is a great place for all gamers. The future is clear. Yes, sir. Said it very well. Axel GK. I think Wild Forest would be such a sick addition right now to this, to have a trio stream. And I promise you guys, when we're able to do more games, we will bring more games together. We will come up with a better, more clear format for the matches. We have to practice the streaming of it and the organizing of it with the extra challenge layer, with all the different players, with the different games. In the background, there's a lot going on, so they had to simplify it today, and I think it's really cool. The matches just keep going, and we just talk, and sometimes we cast, and sometimes we talk. This could be a good game. These two are both really good. So we got Paradise, we got Naylith. These two are savages. So, you know, Paradise definitely can beat Naylith. He's on that level.
I see it. I think just the last point on Wild Forest. If you do want a Wild Forest API, go tag their devs on Twitter and ask them for it, because we've definitely been wanting it and waiting it for a while. And the more you guys support it and the more you guys push them, I'm sure the more inclined they will be to spare that precious dev time to help us build an API. Because I've been saying it's not the easiest thing in the world.
Let me help you. Let me give you a tip, Indez. Let me give you a tip, right? What you do is you go on Twitter and you make a little tweet like, yo, Wild Forest, the people have spoken. And then you have everyone in here retweet it and comment on it. Just saying. You got to start the train. People don't usually start the train, but they'll support the train if you start it.
Yeah. We're going to have to ask on that one.
Indez starts typing. All right, so we do have a good match here. Naylith versus Paradise. Both of them, you know, Paradise doesn't use capital letters. Naylith only uses capital letters. Doesn't even use his whole name, because that's how lazy these guys are, joking. And Paradise is going for the lock build. So what Paradise is trying to do is 3, 2, 1, there. Now Naylith is stunned. And if Paradise can use that time while he's stunned and start chaining attacks on him, he can just lock Naylith in a corner, basically. That's what Paradise is trying to do. And Naylith, on the other hand, he's got more of a sustain build, going to the late game and then hitting him with lots of waves. And the EC5 circle, that yellow circle right there, it's like an earthquake. It hits them, does damage, and heals you. But now watch, stun is coming in. The green guy's going to freeze here in about 3 seconds. Boom. And here comes the barrage. Boom, one. Boom, another one. Can he get another one? Another knock-up? Uh-oh, Paradise. Paradise going huge and taking Naylith down in game 1. Well played, very clean, sir.
Yeah, first game we've seen Naylith lose there. It's getting close. And whilst we're in this formation phase, Robocop's asked if there's a way to become a community angel. And yeah, so right now, we've got community angels for each of our major partner games, the ones that are integrated. It's definitely, you know, not... It was just a very grassroots community style thing. So if you are active, you're big on one game, or you help out a lot in one game, I would love to have you on. It's one of those ones where probably more likely after TG we'll revisit these things, because the team is so busy. But I think the process would be probably talking to Gunlock rather than Rare. I think Gunlock will be the one that's handling that. So yeah, definitely one to bring up again next week, because I think this week it might get lost in the sea of requests and tickets on Discord.
Fair. You can only do so much. You guys, Tribally does not have a huge team, so They got to do what they can. They got to prioritize. But I think that's awesome, RoboCop. You've been super active. You've been super chatty. And, you know, that shows that you care. That shows that you're paying attention. And that's the kind of person I would like supporting my team. So well done, sir. And I'm sure they will give you a chance as soon as they get a chance to breathe, which could be never. But here we go. Nailith this time taking the offensive, saying, I'm not going to the late game. I'm going to finish you right here, right now. Wham, bam, pow. And we've got a 1-1. We're going to the third match, and this is looking like a battle.
That was quick. So are they forced to stay with the same team for the entire best of 3? They can just change how they form.
Correct. They can change the little guys. They have 2 extra ones that they're able to mix up.
That was a massive adjustment then, strategy-wise, it seemed like. Wonder what they're going to come out with this one. Is there a way to combat the very aggro style from Nailith for Paradise going into this game?
Yes. He just has to stay alive for a bit longer and not take any unnecessary damage in the early to mid game. And then when he gets to the later game, he can start using his stun lock and not giving Nailith like a big opportunity to get away. Because like right now, boom, Nailith just used the card that shoots him across the map and lets him change spots. As long as he has those in hand, he can always get away from Paradise, right? Nailith can always get away from Paradise, yeah. So later in the game, Nailith doesn't have those cards anymore, and then he's not as mobile, and Paradise can pick on him. But in the early game, Paradise doesn't have as much damage, and Nailith is able to win the trades. He has a better auto attack, more damage, plus just the ability to also EC5, that yellow circle. That gives him the healing ability and a lot of damage onto the little guys. So Paradise needs to survive, and he's doing a good job this time. Right now, Nailith is low. There's still some healing he can take, but Paradise is looking really strong right here. Nailith taking a lot of damage from these apostles. And here we go, Paradise going for the laser beam. He did get a hit. He didn't get stunned. Nailith is going to get stunned right about now. Boom. And big damage coming in from Paradise. Nailith is trying to ride the wave, but this is going to do a lot of damage and is going to stun Nailith again. And it looks like Paradise is going to come through. He's going to get the stun. He's going to throw out the blue boy, and Casper, the friendly ghost, finishes the job, and Paradise comes out, taking down Nailith, looking to take that #1 spot. Well done.
That's massive. I think you say it was Nailith, Paradise, and one more that we're fighting for the top spots out of this round. But straight back into Axie Classic. Wasabi against Tapioca. Tapioca, who of course, unfortunately didn't make it to the top 2 on our wager wars on Sunday, trying to come back, maybe, you know, take some revenge against this new set of players and still Thunder as well. But pretty standard teams from both of them again. We're seeing a lot of this Dawn, a lot of these bugs. Tapioca seems to like the fish snack bug more than this sort of immortal bug that people are running with. And Wasabi's actually come out with an interesting bird. It's not quite what everybody else has been using. Normally we're seeing the last one come out, but he's gone with the Grandma's fan instead. So
and this is a tough matchup for Wasabi, because that backdoor bird is gonna remove him from the map right now. But Wasabi got all of his attacks off basically, so well played. Could have actually gotten that hungry bird off as well, but was too risky, I guess, to get stunned.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to play around it with the sandal, but played right into that eggshell, unfortunately for him. And what was looking like a really good position for Wasabi has started to slip away in these last 2 rounds. A couple of misplays from him, and I think that Tapioca is just going to be able to win out from here. Unfortunate for Wasabi, but yeah, he really needs to get that bug out of there. And like you said, could have played risky with the 2 bird cards, got the kill. Could have equally, held on to that sandal, maybe not played into all that shield there. But let's see. I think that Tapioca should just be able to kill this round.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. Nalith, great games. Love Apeiron. Thanks for the space, Chief. You are a monster. I appreciate you, brother. You are a monster, and it's always a pleasure having you out here. Make sure to answer Coveter. He has some questions about the planets. We want to try to get some Apeiron scholarships going. We want to get everybody involved, get some people playing. You know what I'm saying? Keep that game growing. It's a very clean, awesome game, Apeiron. They've done a great job so far. A lot more to come. And it looks like we're just going straight into the next one. This is like some ESPN highlight stuff, right? We just like game, next. And when we have like 5 or 6 different games going, like, let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. People are going to be in here just throwing down and not sure who to pick. You know, then we can get KOLs to do multi-game tournaments against each other. Well, everyone has a chance to wager on their favorite KOLs. Like, there's going to be so many things we can do with this.
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Seen
Tapioca. Look at Tapioca going as hard counter. Hard.
Oof. Is this against poor Ralo? Is just being sniped. He is playing one team, so he's asking for it, but he is getting hard sniped every single round.
Nobody's taking it easy on poor Ralo. Nobody.
That is a massive brick wall.
That's
just
painful.
double pumpkin. That's amazing. Oh, dear. Good value there for Tapioca. Oh, looks like a kill. He's going to get a bit of a swing damage as well, but really, once we get to this mid game, this Hatsoon's going to be a big problem for Ralo. Now, that was a round that Ralo could have tried to sneak in and attack, because, you know, you're not expecting to take damage on Tapioca's side that round, so not too concerned about playing the Hatsoon. Of course, he didn't draw it, so he might have played it if he had it in hand. But yeah, with this side of build from Ralo, obviously, he's just got to be trying to play around the Hatsoon as much as possible. So, unfortunately, he's had to attack into it here, and it looks like it's just, again, a foregone conclusion who's going to win this game, because Ralo is Hatsooned against a completely full health plant. And there he goes. Surrenders, quite rightly. Not much he could have done there in that 1v1. So hopefully for Ralo's sake, he's got another team. Because
I know, right? We're the ISA boys. Help a brother out. Help a brother out.
He's struggling here with these one-on-ones. But straight back into Apeiron here. Lebeika against Sourbeck. I believe Lebeika was he one of the top 3 players going into this? Or am I?
He would be like
chatting?
The next one for sure. He's a top 50 player, very, very strong. So this is going to be a tough challenge for Sourbeck. He's really going to have to step up his game, but Sourbeck's a gamer, you know, never count him out. And we did just give him a volcanic, so I'd love for him to make a nice showing with our planet, and then, you know, maybe someone here wants to scholar it out. Just saying. Just saying.
Every
What do you think about
opportunity
the
is an
market?
advertising opportunity.
You think this is we going up or down as the next move? What do you think? What do you think?
Oh God, talk about $1 million question.
It doesn't have to be like the up or the down. Like, doesn't have to be gnarly. But what's the next move? What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
Well, just this morning we bounced back off that 57k support. So really the question is what direction after that, right? There's unemployment data coming out this week in the US, which could have an impact on it. You know, everybody's on about September not being a great month, and then seeing October, November, December as the market really coming back. It's a tough one, but as for today specifically, I think the US is off, and we've had a nice little move on the morning. But yeah, obviously it's one of those ones where you just have to wait it out, and you know, we'll still be around here. We'll still be playing Axie, playing Apeiron for when it does come swing back.
Exactly. In the meantime, guys, while you're waiting and you're not sure what to do, just hodl, chill, and, you know, go on Tribally. Pick some of these matches, get some free Tribal, stack your bags for the big day. The TGE is just around the corner. It's going to be on Friday. They're launching on ETH, Base, and Ronin. You can join the TGE on literally all the blockchains, bro. All of them. So, you know, that in itself is so cool to me. I've never seen that. I don't think it's ever happened, a try blockchain launch. Maybe it has. But that's sick. That's what's up.
Big thanks to Spring, who are formerly Presale, who are our partner that are helping us out with that. I think they're a Ronin ecosystem partner as well. They're the platform that we are going to be using for, like you said, the ability to participate across Base, Ethereum, and Ronin. And of course, the token itself is going to be live over on Base. So make sure you guys have a Base compatible wallet set up, be it Coinbase Smart Wallet, which is what we've been suggesting for the Play to Airdrop.
Yeah, you were going to help me
Rabbi
set that
or
up,
MetaMask. Yeah, don't you worry. The video is out tonight.
Oh, great. I'll be
After,
asleep. I'll be asleep.
By tonight, I mean, it's going to be when you wake up in the morning, because it's going to be midnight here over in the UK for when the Play to Airdrop ends. There's going to be lots of info, lots of data coming out for you guys. So, yeah, be ready,
So
be on your toes.
when it ends, they'll tell you how to set up the wallet.
Yeah, all sorts going out. Everything you need to know before TG.
I'm going to screenshot our conversation where you're like, I'm going to do that tonight. I think that was on Monday.
It's been a busy week. It's been a very busy week.
And I'm over here like waking up the next day like, hey, Indes, where's the base wallet thing? Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, bro. If I miss out on my spot because of that 50 points, I'm coming out to England and I'm going to have to beat you down.
I've got Rare as a bodyguard nowadays.
Say what?
I said I've got Rare as a bodyguard nowadays. Indes 1v1 me without 3 plants. I dare you. Raleigh, you know I'm just going to play Scaly Spoon on 3 Axies if we play against each other, right? Because I know you're only using that team. So I can definitely do it without 3 plants. I'm happy to play right here, right now. On stream as well.
Set it up. Let's do it. Set it up. Run it.
At me.
Rollo, send the challenge. Indes, do something else though. Don't hard counter him. Give the man a chance.
Oh dear.
Don't be a naughty boy. Can we see the bracket after this? Is it possible to see the bracket, producer man, and just kind of see what the standings are?
I honestly forgot we were doing a bracket.
So what'd you say, Vinny? Okay.
You're 0 for 5. Oh, Riley, they're hard counting you out here. Oh man, that's rough.
What can you use that's not a hard counter but is like an even matchup? Does it even exist, or is it just either you get steamrolled or you steamroll him?
I think that is literally that entire time. So either you win quickly or you lose quickly. There's no in between whatsoever.
You just need
reading back in the chat.
Yeah, that's rough.
Robocop said we need a little side scrolling bar at the bottom of the screen showing how many bets each player got in the game, as well as info like what matches featuring next, etc. like ESPN.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah, I've got lots of ideas for like an ESPN type of thingy, but step by step, right? Because that's the thing, is it's a social platform, so we need to treat it like what works for the world, and ESPN definitely worked for a long time. The only reason no one really watches actually Americans probably still watch a lot of ESPN. I probably would if I was there too. But now they just watch the shorter version on the internet. You get the highlights of like the highlights of ESPN. I swear it probably exists. Because everything has to be short form content now. Nobody sits and watches an hour of anything. Even shows, like now there's like 15-minute mini movies and 30-minute mini movies and shit now. Like everything has been condensed. TikTok, 15 seconds to fry your brain. Just zoom, 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 zoom. Crazy. What do you say about that? Dopamine! Dopamine! It's dope, you know what I mean?
I'm just gonna let that one marinate, and
You gonna leave me hanging like that, bro?
I'm gonna leave you hanging. And I was gonna say I'm gonna go to the chat, and then I started reading the exact comment that got you onto your little speech. So I've stuck myself in the foot as well. But no, yeah, just wait till we've got Tribally TikTok. That Seema would kill me for saying Tribally TikTok. Tribally Shorts, you know, quick clips from games, has a little drop down.
See, nowadays, all you need to do to have like a successful campaign is Tribally Shorts could just be the Tribally team in shorts. Done. Done. Boom, viral. Imagine you, Rare, and Best in like short shorts. That's virality in itself. Best or Rare will have his sweater on. Best will have his blue hair and just the short shorts. And you'll have like the short shorts and just a vest.
That was like nightmare fuel. Anyway, into Sake against Thunder. From short shorts to hopefully not a short game because we're not seeing double birds. It's not poor Raleigh getting thrashed about. We've got a bit more variety here.
But that backline bird versus this everything seems not Guten.
Yeah, that's one of my birds though. I bred a line of those. And one of them.
Sorry to interrupt, but Sake just went huge with that frontliner. That was ridiculous. So much value.
Yeah, nice turn. But he is down on energy here. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, good round. Tribally TV sounds perfect. Oh my goodness gracious. How do you feel about this? Sake's got a chance? Because like his reflectile's pretty scurry.
I don't like this turn.
Oh
yeah, I think he's just gonna lose out from here. The problem is that he's not got most of his damage is melee. And wow, Thunder read him on the skip. Yeah, that skip was just rubbing salt into the wounds right there. But it's not like Sake had a choice, right? If he'd have gone with all three cards to attack, prayed for a crit, maybe he could have got the win on Thunder's past turn, but no. Well played by Thunder, just controlling the end of that game. I think I'm trying to guess the scores. Thunder must be up there today. I don't think we've seen him lose many games.
I don't think we've seen him lose any games, actually. But we'll see. Yeah. We'll find out at some point. Someone's going to fill out the bracket at some point, and we'll be ready for it, or not.
It's fine. We'll ask Thunder.
The players.
Or Raleigh. Raleigh's helped us out. He's already told us in chat he's 0-5, so that's somewhere.
I wonder if he can beat Melon. Melon has been having a rough go as well.
Yeah, Melon's only got one team, and you can see it's not a recent classic team. Of course, Melon, mostly known for his doll gameplay. Friend again. Melon plays a lot of pixels, doesn't he, with you guys?
He plays everything. He's a gamer. He played some pixels. He's playing some RuneScape or all of the Rune games right now. He's into it. But with this reptile in the middle and having the wall gecko. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it's enough. The wall gecko's strong.
Yeah, poor Raleigh. Poor Raleigh. He's having no luck out here. I think it was probably the battle of who was on. Oh no, he's gonna lose. Yeah, Melon's still gonna lose, I think. Ah, wait, why did he forfeit? Wait, no, Raleigh forfeited. Raleigh forfeited because he didn't draw a post fight and he got tilted. I think that's what happened. If he had a post fight, he would have won. I think Melon won because there is no way Melon forfeited with 4 cards. And 4 energy against 2 energy of Raleigh's.
Correct.
Thank you, Raleigh.
That's
Oh,
funny.
you sent all your Axies to your new account. Oh no. No wonder.
Oh, that's funny. That's
Right,
funny.
Wasabi against Melon. Mr. Producer Man. It's the yeah, the battle of the feed. The other way around, Mr. Producer Man. No worries.
It's okay.
Thank you, Mr. Producer Man. Okay, let's see it. See if Melon can put together a win streak after that first win of his. Gotta be inspiring some confidence. And he's getting the early, oh, almost the early kill. He's trying to be cheeky here, and it's not going to work out straight into that eggshell. He will get a card draw though, so not the worst turn in the world. But yeah, of course, he wants to get that tank out of the way, and then he can start reeling off some Tri-Spikes combos.
I mean, that's what the Tri-Spikes is usually going to be, the big babushka, right? The win or the lose. If you can get a good Tri-Spike. Yeah. So you don't want to play it on the previous moments.
I don't understand him not using the wall geckos though, because this is going to be a lot of damage. I think this is definitely a mistake turn out of Melon. If he'd have played 4 cards on that reptile, held off on the mech, then he'd have been able to get the kill on that Dawn and survive for another round. But now, unfortunately, he's going to be going into 1v1 without any cards against the bug. And yeah, Wasabi's done well to maintain his hand and his energy, and he should just win out from here. But oh, hang on, a bit more interesting. I think that might just get the kill there. Oh no.
Oh. Oh.
And it is gonna get the kill. Well, I think that was all but decided that game, in fairness. But yeah, bad luck, Melon. Definitely closer though. Those games are sort of, you know, 1 round, 1 decision away from going his way.
And into the next one. Producer man, look at those quick fingers. I know the girls like. I know the girls like you.
Right, let's keep it PG on Tribally TV.
I'm pretty sure the link says e4e.gg _.
I'm being overruled.
You're young. You don't even know about that stuff yet.
Being overruled.
I know. You guys are virgin brothers.
I hope they can't hear Mr. Producer Man in the background here.
Remember when you used to live with Mr. Producer Man and the animal sounds that would come out of his room?
What? What animal sounds?
Oh.
It's getting late in Vietnam.
Chief,
please
talk about
excuse Chief.
A secret, my friend.
I forget how posh you are in this, how proper. You're such a sweet little boy. But you're just not little. And then you walk into the Philippines and you're like twice as tall as everybody. That was funny. Remember walking into the party, the after party thingy at the beach?
Yeah.
There was like 4,000 people there, and you were the only person that I could always find.
Oh, dear.
And then your tiny girlfriend, and she would disappear into the crowd, and then you would just be like a half a meter above everyone, like, hey there, big bigums. Ooh, can Zhao do the Jingy? Oh my god, that's a lot of cards coming in.
That is a lot of cards coming in.
That's a lot of damages.
That tank from Jocko is a very old tank. It's like a really old meta style tank.
Could have bred.
I would not be surprised. Yui's asked in the chat, right after play to airdrop, can we already sell our NFT? I don't know what that's referring to, because you can buy and sell your NFTs whenever you want, however you please. It is just on Magic Eden. So yeah, it's completely up to you. Obviously, as a Tribally employee, I cannot tell you what to do with your Tribally tickies. Chief has got a bit more leeway, but I definitely do not.
Don't you dare sell! What is wrong with you? Blasphemy! Blasphemy! You can't sell a Tribally tiki! No! So I had an idea. You know how we're talking about the social scores on the tiki topic? Staking Tribally tikis. could also be something that could add to the social score potentially if there was a tribally tiki staking thing. Just thinking, right? That'd be a reason to hold the tikis. It makes you more legit because you're investing to, you know, and it probably would have to be weighted. I still think a KYC would be the best. But, and, you know, people's votes and comments and all the things. But yeah, I think those could be some additions for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot there. Mr. Producer Man, is that it for the games? Are we finished up? Oh,
Yeah.
right on time. Right on time. He's in with the next one. Oh, we've seen some Unco for the first time. Unco's come back in the meta. I don't know if you realise, Chief, or if you've seen
Yeah,
this.
I know. Right
But
up.
yeah, it's been around.
That might be my Unco tank up there, to be honest. I had all kinds of stuff like that back in the day, and Unco was so bad for so long.
Yeah, I remember playing with an Origin Axie. And I think the only reason I played it was because it had Unco on it. And I used to use it at the start of seasons and push to #1 with it on the first day. Just to use Unco, and it was so bad. So I'm glad that they finally made it usable.
It was even really good for a minute there. Like, it was so strong. The defense was like 120 or something. It was gnarly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what does that represent? A rock hard poop that shields you against anything?
I guess it's like what a dung beetle rolls up, right? Just a mound.
So rock hard poop.
The lack of yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we cleared that up. Someone had to say it. Point out the elephant.
Oh my god, it is still alive.
It's a rock hard poop, bro. I wasn't joking. Look at him. He's just taking it to the chin every round. Pow, pow, pow. And another brick wall. He's going to survive
again.
And what is...
Oh, this is amazing. B-Bang is not learning his lesson. Oh, finally, he's not attacked into it. Just every single round. Oh, that's amazing. And he's got the Unco. Oh, it's cleared though.
And now...
Hang on.
Oh my goodness. And just a random little crit. Yeah, because there's 3 damage, 3 Axies getting damage versus only 2. So B-Bank's taking a lot more damage here than Mr. Rock Hard Poop. And Wasabi only has 1 Axie. Oh, that's unfortunate that he's hitting the back one.
Yeah, he had the eggshell. He also had the double Unco. So either way, he was going to be in trouble there. That's going to be... Oh, wait, no. Missed both of those high attacks. I think Wasabi's going to come out with this.
I think Wasabi wins this. And now he's got the bug versus the plant 1v1. He's got the right hand built.
Energy.
He attacks first and 2 heals. Looks like he just... Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Thunder reminisces with that. The crit at the end on the mosquito. Every time I see that, I think Thunder.
It's so bad how that's been cemented. The poor mosquito crit. But yeah, good game. Good game. I did not expect it to come out. Or did not expect that Unco actually to survive. What was it? 11 rounds? That's ridiculous.
This conversation has not gone downhill. It went uphill. There was so many giggles in that game. Like, come on now. RoboCop, don't do us like that. Brother, to the chest, to the heart. All we do is send love with little hearts.
Oh, dude. Right.
I love how speechless you always are. You're just like, Chief, I don't even know what to say about you. I just have to be polite. My mom taught me to always be polite. Good job, Mama Indez.
Right, Mr. Producer Man. Have we got another game? It looks like we're out of Apeiron. Did we have a winner for Apeiron?
No, they didn't keep track of the points. We winged it a little bit tonight, you know what I'm saying? It was very casual. Very casual. But that's okay. I think everyone had a good time. I was sending my Unco downhill one time. Yep. That's really rude. At least don't throw your uncle off the balcony.
Not into the
Don't
street.
Don't leave your uncle in front of someone's door burning in a paper bag. Don't do that. What else do you not do with your uncle? Don't throw your
Don't
uncle
leave
out
it in the toilet. Yeah,
Don't
gotta
throw
flush the toilet.
your uncle out of a moving car.
That's rank.
Creepo says, "What's up, baby? How you doing, sweetheart?" Mwah. Sending love, sending love. Putting my uncle through a Not the play, sir. Not the play. All right, Rollo's doing it again. He believes that he can do this, and this could be decent.
I think
This
he's
might
finally
work.
got a good matchup.
This might work, maybe.
This looks very winnable. I think he's gonna get his first win, and he's gonna come into chat and celebrate with us.
He's gonna.
Oh, he's
gonna down a
even
bottle.
pump fake.
He's gonna be so excited.
Is this enough damage? It's gotta be. Wow, it's definitely not. It's definitely enough damage. It didn't even brick wall. Right, let's see. Oh no. Is he not gonna have enough cards?
He's got none right now.
So the post fight didn't hit, so he actually survives.
Oh
It
yeah.
looks like B-Bang was relying on that. And now, okay, I think Rallo wins this. He's gonna have 3 energy and 4 cards on that midliner going into the 1v1. It definitely wasn't efficient for B-Bang to go for that backdoor. So it was definitely a misplay on his part. He was trying to catch that post fight and be a bit cheeky, but I think it was definitely made more sense to go through the front door. I think he was trying to play around the fact that if Rallo goes into the 1v1 with the post fight, he doesn't need as much energy to kill the Dawn. He can just do it with 2. But yeah, there we go. That's Rallo. What's that, Rallo? 6 and 1. 1 and 6. Very nice.
You should never go backdoor without asking. So we went from Unco to backdooring without asking. That's true. That is against all morals and all things that are good. Backdoor my Unco. Oh my goodness. Flinging of Unco should always be discouraged. Wow, now we really have gone downhill. This is
I
great.
don't think he can get much lower.
Oh,
than
bro, my girl's here now. She can take it as low as you want to go. Trust. And I'm sure that Infinity Dunk was that a challenge? Infinity Dunk is always down to make it. It's time to limbo, baby. See, she'll go as low as you want. Oh my goodness. I wonder if there's ever going to be a play to blackmail the Unco.
Let's have a look. No, there's no Unco in. Oh no, there is an Unco in this game. Let's see. See if we get there.
See if we get there. That would be impressive. That would be a backdoor with the Unco. Oh, that sounds awful. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's getting late. My brain is turning off. It's only Unco is coming out of my mouth. Oh, nice quick attack right there. That was messed up. Wasabi's bummed. That might have been one of those quick and dirties.
That did look very quick and dirty. No Unco there. I think.
Okay,
Oh wow.
Rim. Okay, Rim. Oh, stop it. You love a good Unco joke.
Can we see the Unco 3v1 here?
That would be
shit
amazing, bro.
Absolutely everywhere.
Oh,
he's going for it.
All over him, literally.
He's going for it. Let's see it. Let's see it. He's got 8 energy. What's going on? Why has he got so much energy? Oh no, the Scarab.
Oh, look at that pumpkin. It's like a yellow squash.
Yeah, I think it's a leveled up pumpkin. I asked somebody the other day about it. I think Wasabi's made a mistake with his Uncos. This doesn't seem to be what he wanted.
Well, he was trying to put the Unco on the bird so the bird could Unco him with the blackmail. He was almost there. He almost made it. He only needed like 2 more Uncos.
Yeah, he was close. He was close.
Yeah, well, I think I think we did it. I think we succeeded. I think we took this weekend all the way to the top, and then we took it back all the way to the bottom. And now we gotta hit that flush button on the back and just, move on with our lives. I think it's that time.
Yep. And right on there, we've got a double aqua from Thunder, washing away all of our bad thoughts from the past couple of games.
That's funny. Now the aquas all come out to just twirl it all away.
And let's see. Thunder against Jocko. This rivalry goes back a long time. And by rivalry, I mean very friendly. But two long-time Axie GG players. Let's see who's going to take this one. Jocko is off to a very early... I don't think you can call that a lead, but obviously the backliner of Thunder is all melee. So as long as he gets through to the backliner, he's gonna be fine in this matchup. So what he's done here, he's gravelled the midliner, which is also all melee, but it doesn't look like he's gonna have enough damage to kill it in one round. Let's see. He's going for it. Is this gonna be enough brick wall for Thunder?
No, it is not. I just had a thought. With Infinity Dunk, wash away the bad thoughts, but not the Unco smeared on my wall. That's horrible. Oh, 4. 4. Wait, does this guy have only melees?
Yeah.
Get out of here. He just won. That's funny.
Yeah. Jocko's done it. And I mean, this backliner just goes to show we would always breed things with at least one ranged move, because Gravelant used to always be common in tournaments, but Babylonia is just the out-and-out best horn at the moment, so that's why most of these builds are swapped back to Babylonia. And in a round robin like this with open format, we've seen people take advantage of it, same as on Sunday. Lots of Gravelant usage, and yeah, Jocko beats Thunder out there. I think that might be Thunder's first or only his second loss, so big win for Jocko in the grand scheme of the non-tracked bracket.
That's the best part, right? They out here, they still challenging, they still playing, they're doing the tingy, and everybody in the club getting tipsy. So I have a complaint, and this is a complaint against the Western world. Even my mom is part of this complaint. What the hell is wrong with people that don't have bum guns? How is that even okay? And how did I accept that for the first 32 years of my life? How do most people in the West not even know what a bum gun is? These are all things that now blow my mind, and they concern me, because that is some unco ass all around the world.
Oh dear.
I know you've been enlightened.
Infinity Dunks put a preach brother in the chat. Oh dear.
Yeah, they should have made Uncle a tail part. That was definitely a missed opportunity. Bum gun makes the best part of my day, always. See, Infinity Dunk knows. He knows the truth. So, sorry.
Oh,
that's a complaint that I have against my childhood. It kind of, changed us all.
Oh dear. And then we've got Ralo in chat complaining about Sako playing Hatsune Rep. That's your teammate. Go give him a piece of your mind.
Priorities. Come on, Ralo. Priorities. Come on. We have to change the world and the Unco bums.
Oh dear.
It's okay, Ines. You can talk about Axie again. I won't bring it up again. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Sensitive topic.
I know, apparently. Are you blushing? Good thing you're off camera. You're probably blushing. You're all like, what is this guy doing? Is the bird gonna kill it? Oh, the bird killed it. It's dead now. Oh, and it's double dead because he got an eggshell too to the Chinian. Oh, there it is. Poor Cattail. B-Bang has been quite unfortunate tonight. He is able to juke out, though, the Tapioca moves. for a round, and I don't think this plant's gonna survive. Oh, I thought there was more coming. Indez, are you dead?
I'm alive. I'm listening to the commentary.
That's good. That's good. That's all I got.
Yeah, this game looks all but over again. Fairly tied for energy, but Tapioca has a really good hand. Like it's already completely formed up. So oh, and he's even caught this sneaky attack from B-Bang. I think that's just game over here. Should have enough cards and energy to clear out the front tank, or if he even wants to, he can go back door, but he hasn't quite got the hand for that.
But he has to ask first.
Yep, and this round he's gone with the double catfish. He's gonna stay alive. And that's a clean backdoor, very clean backdoor, just enough to finish him off.
I have to go to bed. I can't do this anymore. I can't stay focused. But everyone in chat, you guys are awesome. We love you guys. You're the best. And we're glad that we got to hang out with you all night long. My girl and Infinity Dunk, they're perfect for each other. They understand. They're on the same wave. Indez, I want to say thank you. You've been great. You've been a savage. You've carried me through this night. And you've helped me through life. You've been a great companion, compadre. And it's been great watching you grow into a young man. You're so respectful, so sweet. And Infinity
Time's just put home.
Oh.
No, not a companion in that sense. Infinity Dunk.
Oh my goodness, Infinity Dunk. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with this generation nowadays? Everything has to be something.
The funniest part is this is the most views we've had all stream. There's almost 150 people in the stream at the moment just listening to a game of Double Entendre. I don't even play Axie.
Exactly, but people are hanging out. They love it. It's great. It's great. We just gotta, everyone has to just be themselves. I got caught on this live and can't leave now. Hell yeah, dude. This is what I'm talking about. We out here, baby. We making culture. We spreading the word. The clean, no unco bum word. And ask before you backdoor. These are very important keys. And look at that crit. That was critical to this match. Damn, Thunder. Thunder doesn't like that. He's sad now. Where's the rage quit?
Like that. Bang, bang.
Oh, and he doesn't get the finish. That is sad. One more energy. Almost. Oh, and then he juked him too.
I think Thunder should still be able to see this one out there. Let's see.
That's true. It is a reflect.
He hasn't didn't have the bulk work this round, which would have sealed the deal. But I think that's enough damage. Yeah, there we go. Nothing much you could do about that. So Thunder continuing his little streak here, only dropping 2 games. I think he is going to be coming out on top.
2 or 1?
Have the players already finished? I think he lost against Tapioca as well.
Wasn't that Sunday or Saturday?
No, there was a really tight game earlier where they had the mirror matchup. Thunder DM'd me afterwards to say what had gone wrong. I think it was the rush kill, and then he said he had only had a 25% chance of redrawing Catfish. You know, the really close one where they played till I think it was 5-6 rounds of 1v1 with those 2 chunky dawns in the middle.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, the 2 fat boys.
I think he's still ahead though, because everybody else has been trading games.
That's true. And he's had a pretty good run. Except, well,
apart from Rollo.
I love you, Rollo, but I'm so mean today. I'm just being mean. I'm sorry, Rollo. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. talking
I
shit.
hope everybody in chat realizes that we
all
get along
friends.
really well with Raleigh.
Yeah, we're all friends. That's why none of it's meant seriously. Nothing, no animosity here. Today was supposed to just be fun. All we wanted to do was hang out with you guys, play some of these awesome Ronin games, show you guys the new Tribally tool, let you know how it all works, show you what's up, and maybe have some laughs. You know, just a little bit.
It's Apeiron's fault. Well, Raleigh getting the win here. Oh no, that's Jocko. Jocko with Raleigh's team getting the win here.
Jalo?
Against Wasabi. Jalo. Rocco.
Is it the
Jalo
Jalo and Rocco show?
Yeah. Radio Rocco.
They gotta be a 2v2 team and Axie and be the Jalo and
Oh,
Rocco.
here we go. Here we go.
Here
We've
it
got
is.
Jocko against Raleigh.
It's the Jalo and Rocco show. This is perfect.
Oh god, this
Who's
game.
Jalo and who's Rocco? That's the real question.
Oh. I'm not observant enough to tell you which tank is whose.
No, but answer the question. Who's Jalo and who's Rocco?
They gotta be with how their names start, right?
I guess so.
Oh.
So you gotta call it like that. So Rocco taking out Jalo's first Axie right now, putting his pedal to the metal.
Jalo fights back. Read chat.
He can't figure it out. He's like, wait a second, hold on. What's going on here? Is it Jalo or is it Rocco? We're just not sure.
ID diffed by 4 numbers. 4 less ID is amazing.
Probably the same batch.
Yeah, it's gotta have been, right? Same breeder.
That's funny. We appreciate you, Robo. You've been awesome. You've all been awesome today. Today has just been another awesome experience with everybody. If you want to give us some love, make sure to follow the channel. We would appreciate that. If you want to hear us blab about some nonsense, talk about some Axie, and get some competitive games in. This weekend was super competitive. Axie and Apeiron, we had so many close matches, so many nail biters. It was really good. So we'll bring you guys some more high octane esports competition as well. Today was not that day. That's why, you know, today was very chilly willy. Hell yeah, drive, bro. Don't drive and watch. That's dangerous. Where my post fights, huh? Wait, what you mean? What do you mean? Last game, here we go. Last game, everybody. We had Apeiron this week. Yeah, on Friday we did Apeiron. But we weren't on the Tribally page yet. We fumbled that one. We oopsied. It's probably in our replay if you want to go back and watch. There were some really good matches. You should check it out, K-Rum. Okay, get it, Indez. Last game, Tapioca versus Sake.
We've seen this matchup many times before. Sake should have the advantage if you can time a Hatsune into the 1v1. But like we said, with that combo dependent of a bird, it really depends on how his hand goes. And that is not the round he wants to see. With a double Goda going straight into some shields. He's going to survive. He doesn't get the heal because of the Scarab, but lives to see another day. And unfortunately for Tapioca, he's not going to get this cheap kill. That's a nicely timed eggshell from Saka. But that's a really nice Katara as well to catch it. Tapioca's covered all options there. Now, I don't think he would have wanted to play 2 sandals into that. It's quite heavy of an overcommit, but he did need to get it out of there so we could start focusing on this midliner.
And, you know, you got to go step by step. That's kind of the thing. And now this bird has a fatty shield in front of it.
Yeah, that's a lot of energy on Sake's side. He also juked out a lot of those snail shells, so I think Tapioca realized that and didn't even bother to try and survive that round. Let's see. He's going to get 1 parasite off. Then, is this going to be enough damage? I think it's going to put it to at least last stand. Yeah, not what you wanted. This is going to be really close. I don't think Saka can kill him, and I think Tapioca's got enough damage.
Yeah, that's not enough without a crit.
Yeah.
And that's going to be it.
Nice.
Tapioca's going to take it. Bro, it was 18 pages of waiting for results. 18. It keeps getting more, and there's more and more happening the whole time. You guys, if you're seeing history happen right now. 18 pages of challenges. And they put the limit back on, right? They put the throttle back on, so you can only do one match versus one person in one game. So with that, we have 18 pages of people doing challenges right now. That is insane. That is next level. You guys are seeing history being made right now. You're a part of history. This feels like a little bit like when the scholarship system worked. All over again in a totally different way. But this is legit. This is sick. So, I would say take advantage of this while you can, guys, because it ain't going to be forever. And that tweet about 2 million tokens being minted and 75 being burned in the frickin' machine, the gotcha? Bruv, what even is that? That is so bullish. That is so ridiculously bullish. That much burn through one mechanism. Like, where are we? Where are we? What world is this? People have no idea. This is the first play to airdrop that has like this in it at all, that has existed. This has changed, what a good play to airdrop looks like. This is true activity that we're getting here, and people are hyped. They're in it. And it's not a big sink. It's not just 2 million tokens were minted that gets sold at TGE. Like, it's perfect. It's amazing. It's so fun to be a part of. You guys are awesome. We love you all. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. We will be doing more of these events in the future. We're going to figure out cool formats. We're going to try to get cool KOLs involved, content creators, influencers, esports professionals. Look at me. I got the hair flowing. I got the glasses off. I'm ready for bed. We out here, baby. Let go. But we're doing it. And Indez, you've been great. Producer, man, you've been great. E4E team, thank you so much for holding it down, figuring things out on the fly, especially tonight. Was not very structured. And I'm glad you guys took it easy. And now I'm upside down. That's what's up. Well done, producer, sir. Perfect. Indez, do you have any last words for the world?
Just thank you guys for coming along. Thank you for having me. And like you said, we'll be doing more in the future. And for now, keep an eye out for Twitter. I think before we go, actually, Kyrim said there will be more Apeiron tournaments. And I'm sure you can find them either in the E3 Discord or on Twitch if you don't have access to Twitter. So follow E3 on Twitch, join the Discord, and until next time, have a good rest of your days, everybody.
Have a good one, you guys. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you soon.
follow and subscribe.